Will you believe that this is not a golf course? This is our own home yard, but the quality of the grass here is amazing, and that has been achieved by one of our new, nearly like a mowing team members now. And to be honest, we're quite amazed by it. Today I'm reviewing the ANTHBOT Genie 3000, which is a smart robotic lawnmower that promises hands-free mowing, easy maintenance and effortless handling of complex landscapes, which is exactly what we need here. And also we have plenty of weird terrain going on as well. And because we've been using it now for a couple of weeks, I think I'm ready to talk about it. Oh, I had to find a less breezy spot to actually talk to you about it. So I think before we start, I probably should mention that we already have two lawnmowers. One is a big ride-on tractor mower that does most of the mowing, and because obviously it has a very wide blade, and then a smaller, like a push self-drive petrol lawnmower that does smaller sections. And my husband actually does all the mowing here. And during the summer, it can be a lot. Grass seems to be growing really fast in our wet climate, and in a busy week he can be spending an extra hour and a half easily after full days of work just trying to cut and manage the grasses here. So when the offer came to try a robotic mower, I was wondering, could it actually make a difference for us, especially when it came to reducing his workload. I'm really honest about it, the results were quite surprising. Now, the Genie 3000 is advertised as plug and play, and I suppose in a way it is like that, but for us the setup took a good bit longer. Now, as far as the boxing of it goes, it's brilliant. There's so much really nice solid cardboard use that can obviously easily go into the compost heaps after, and very little like plastic stuff except the machine itself, but nice and solid piece. But the thing with the charging station is that you need to place it somewhere with 3 meters of clear space on either side of it. Plus you need outdoor power supply, and you need to have clear Wi-Fi signal connection. So I first thought we'll place it in the orchard and it would be perfect, but the signal was patchy. And the only other outdoor socket we had was closer to the field, so this is where we ended up moving it to, and we did get a good strong signal as well in here. But yeah, so the 3 things before you start like really properly setting it up is power supply, clearance around it, and Wi-Fi signal set up as well. Before you can start with the mower, you would need to install the app and add then your mower device as well through Bluetooth, which all was very, very easy. Genie can do one-click auto mapping. You just need to set it going and it will find the boundaries itself. But I suppose because of our terrain has dips, we have hedgerows and odd shapes as well, I actually found it easier to manually guide it around the areas I wanted mown. And once you stay within 6 meters of it, it should be fine. But I found it way clearer and easier to be well within like 1 meter, nearly on top of the unit itself, as the mower itself is actually really agile. You can also draw no-go zones in the app to protect planting or beds or pet areas. I mapped the new field vegetable patch on it as I wanted to keep a safe distance from the edges. But the one thing I could not test was that edge trimming, because we just don't have these type of edges around the place. Even though yes, in here I have the stone, but even there, there's still, it's not fully even. This ground where I'm actually at the moment sitting, it has not been fully leveled. It might look level, but it actually isn't. So I didn't want to take chances with that. So I haven't done any edge trimming with the machine. Now, everything you want the mower to do has to go through the app. You can have the mower drive to the designated zone and start cutting by the press of a button, or you can create a dedicated mowing schedule beforehand. And one of the most helpful features is truly that multi-zone support, and you can set up to 30 different zones, even though like we'll never need all 30 of them, but I have good, I think 7 now. 6 or 7 at least. So we've got separate schedules for the orchard, the front lawn strip, and then the field side as well. And you can also customize mowing height for each of them. You can choose the direction of the stripy lawn. You can set each zone's mowing time, height, anywhere between 30 to 70 mil, and its frequency. So if you've got different grass types, for instance, or shade patterns, it actually adapts beautifully. I find the app generally easy to use, but it's not perfect. I suppose, for example, it's possible to unintentionally delete a map. There's no undo button, or at least I couldn't find it. And I learned that the hard way, so that wasn't fun. And on larger zones, for instance, that back field that we have here, it's not always clear where the mower has already cut, especially if it pauses for rain or recharges just mid-job, and especially if you can choose the twice cut option, it would be nice to see exactly how far along it is without having to cancel the task, especially if the task includes multiple zones, because then you're actually cancelling also the next jobs that it was supposed to take on the next areas. Do you see these stripes? This here is where the Genie 3000 really shines, as it runs for up to 4 hours on a charge. It has a smart mowing path, and that smart mowing path leaves these neat stripes. Now, the overall cutting quality is actually better than our tractor mower, and especially because of some areas, the tractor's bigger blades can actually scalp uneven ground, but the Genie just glides over them smoothly. But none of our mowers could do these stripes. This is so straight, and you can choose the direction of the stripes as well. Because the mower is so quiet and it has built-in lights, it can mow at night without disturbing anyone, and it can still deliver the same quality. That is truly what is so amazing about it. You can adjust it, you can set it, you can leave it, and it will do it all itself. Even if the best weather is at midnight, it will go out there and do it all by itself. And the amazing thing is that when it gets low on battery, it just heads back to the docking station automatically. It charges fully in about 3 hours, and it can resume then right where it left off. It's also clever enough to pause the mowing task if it starts raining, and it will just go back into the docking station again and wait for it to dry. Its own sensors would tell it if it's dry enough, and then it will go right back to the task in hand. And this is just so perfect for our really unpredictable weather patterns. And it can also handle slopes up to 45 degrees, which is great for our garden's terrain, which is all on a slope. There's some more severe slopes than others, but every bit of the ground is sloping. Now, one of the features I didn't expect to like as much as I actually ended up liking is the manual mode, where you can drive it around from the app like a remote control mower, and it is surprisingly agile and responsive. And safety wise, it has 4 cameras, it has 3D vision and over 1000 object recognition types. It stops instantly if a child or a pet gets in the way, and there is also a big red emergency button on the top. One touch of that and the mower just stops immediately. This model is also fitted with anti-theft alarm. So if it's removed outside its perimeters, the alarm will sound, and with its 4G connection, it means you can actually track it if needed as well. I suppose one thing to keep in mind is that the mower can't actually cut grass over 70 mil high. So in our wet climate, after a couple of weeks of rain could mean that the grass has grown too long for the robot to actually be able to cut it. And that's why for us, it won't fully actually replace our petrol mowers, but it is an excellent helper that takes care of these regular maintenance cuts, especially in summer that you could easily do 2 full cuts in a week. We live in open countryside, and you could be thinking like, why even cut grass? Wouldn't it be so much easier and even better for wildlife to keep it long? And I suppose we do both. In the orchard, the back parts of the fields, we do let it grow naturally long, and we sort of cut it less often. But for instance, our large field here is used as a football training pitch by a teenager, so we keep it short. And for the curb appeal, all of the front yard areas are kept shorter again. As I said earlier, my husband is the one who does the bulk of the mowing around here, and honestly, he is obsessed with it. It has reduced his workload, it has kept the football pitch perfect, and it has definitely freed up more of his time for other jobs. And when you can actually schedule the mowing to happen while you're either at work or it's getting done overnight, it's like the lawn takes care of itself. And the funniest thing, well, actually there's 2 funny things about the whole new robot lawnmower is like, you have people that do bird watching. Well, my husband does the lawnmower watching now. He's constantly keeping an eye on it. Where is he now? It's like a game nearly now. And the other thing is Snowy. He could not figure out, why is this thing getting so much attention? He didn't know if it was a friend or a foe, but I think he's gotten used to it now. And the ANTHBOT Genie won't probably replace every mower in every situation, but it is smart, it is quiet, it is safe, and does an absolutely beautiful job. And for us, it's been just such a game changer in the front field. And for the first time ever, like anywhere in our property, we've had these beautiful, perfect stripes. It looks just such a high maintenance, and it's not. That is, I think it's just like a jaw-dropping experience when something that you have otherwise been spending so much time and effort on just gets done for you. It's weird. It's a very surreal experience to have if you've never had experience with robotic mowers, and we haven't. This is our first mower, and I suppose so far all this has proven how good it is. The main point is going to come down to now how long the battery part of it lasts. So there you have it. I don't think I ever would have thought of trusting a robot to cut our grass, but I do now. It is quiet, it's smart, and it actually respects the garden. So check out the link with further information in the description box below. This part actually here is the garage of it, which is just an optional extra. A nice metal piece that keeps the rain off the machine itself. This part doesn't come with the mower itself, but otherwise, nice piece of kit.